Thank you guys, I'm so happy to be here. I love all of you new people in the industry, but I'm gonna tell you right now, this is for the fucking black market people today. This is for all the fuckers that have been in here for a while, and then now they just so happen to be the owners of dispensaries, owners of grows. I wonder how that happened. But I'm feeling good, I'm so happy to be here tonight. I'm doing really good, having a great day. Today started off great. I went to Starbucks for breakfast because I'm a goddamn baller. But I'm also American, so I don't believe I should have to move to eat. So I went through the drive-thru. But while I was going through the drive-thru, I wasn't totally awake. So I looked behind me. It's the motherfucking police. Now, like I said, I'm not totally awake. So I don't know if I'm being pulled over in the most lame car chase known to man. Just like a little 5-mile-an-hour thing around the kiosk. But I checked, their lights aren't on. Check myself, make sure I'm not riding dirty. So I turned to the lady at the checkout and go, "Excuse me, miss. I'd like to pay for people behind me's breakfast." She looks, she sees it's the cops, and she's like, "Really?" And I said, "Yes, and I want you to tell them thank you very much." Guys, I can't tell you how good it felt inside to pay for those police officers' breakfast with money I made selling a pound of mushrooms. They're now involved in the drug deal. That's like an Oregon-style kickback. They bust me for selling drugs and they're like, "Listen, we're going to let you go, but once a month you got to buy us 2 overpriced coffees and a turkey Resco panini." Guys, I do love this. I've been in this industry for about a decade, maybe a little bit more than that if you can count the East Coast time. But when I first came out here, I was a Philly boy. I'd never been around anything like farm related. What the fuck was that? I was a city boy. I didn't know any of that shit. When I got here, my first job was on the farm. I won't mention names, who it was, but a lot of the farmers definitely had dirty arms. Few of you got that one. But so my first job, it was on a fucking mountain, 100 plants outside, in a cabin, no electricity, no running water. How was I going to Netflix and chill? I didn't know what the fuck to do. Like I said, I'd grown up in a city, so it was really fucking weird. They had one dude who would come every 5 days, bring me up food and supplies. After a while, I was like, I don't think this dude exists. Is he a figment of my imagination? What the fuck is going on here? It was like the stoner version of Castaway. I was on my own little island. My bong was Wilson. Just started talking to him, but then he started talking back to me. It's weird, he had a smoker's cough. But so, they gave me like no information on it. They were like, "Oh yeah, just go hang out, watch the plants." It's like, okay, I can do that. But it was weird. They told me, they're like, "Okay, listen, watch the plants, but there are bears around, so if you see a bear, run into the fucking cabin." I was like, okay, I think I got that one. And then they said, "Number 2, if the cops come, fucking run into the woods, hide out, and we'll come and get you when everything dies down." I was like, okay, I got that. Question, what happens if the cops and the bear come? What the fuck am I supposed to do then? Just stand in the doorway? I'm in the middle, nothing will happen. I worked at a grow shop for 6 years, went up to Vital Organics Northwest. Yay, Vital! I loved working at a grow shop. The grow shop back in those days was super cool. It was like working at like one of those indie record shops where like people, it was cool. But at the same time, I was also working like at a porn shop too. Like people would come in and be like, hey man, check out my weed. Oh, cool, yeah. They talk about their favorite nutrients and all that. But then also the organic growers, when their harvest wasn't looking good, they'd come in and buy like Moab and Beastie Blooms and say, can you put it in a brown bag? I don't want people to see me walk out with this. You know those 1,000 years, those guys that are, oh, I'm balling at harvest time, and then I'm poor a month later. Fuck. But we're here. I'm not from here. I originally grew up on the East Coast, Philadelphia. What up? Thank you. Okay, fuck half of the audience. I'm not originally from here. East Coast, West Coast is very different. Mostly 3 hours difference. The East Coast is very different. Especially like weird senses of masculinity. Dudes are always walking around with their chest out. If you find an attractive girl that you want to ask out on a date, you make eye contact with her from across the street and you go, hey baby, you want to go bowling for a week? I can't pull that off. I can't pull that off whatsoever. I love poetry, classical music. By East Coast standards, I'm actually gay. It was very confusing growing up. Do you know how many dudes I had to sleep with to figure out I wasn't gay? Just like 26, I didn't want to give up too soon. It is very different out here. There's a lot of hippies. I love the hippie people. Where my hippie people at? Alright, I don't like you that much. I do love the hippies. I just don't understand a lot of it. I'm playing this fake game. It's called capitalism. It's pretty cool. It's got fancy papers. But a lot of the hippies are playing this other fake game, which is equally important. It's called taking acid at 11 o'clock in the morning and seeing what happens. Which, you know, do your own thing, whatever. But it's definitely very different. Like, I got a big truck and I love driving my big truck around. I hate the bikers, they're the worst. They really are. But, you know, they always get upset when, you know, they're like, oh, they're riding their bike and I'm stuck behind them. Like, god damn it. But I get my revenge. In my free time, I like to speed walk in the bike lane. They always get stuck behind me and they're like, on your left! I'm like, you, screw you, you're killing Mother Gaia with your wheels. Which, by the way, I was on a date with this hippie girl and she was like, oh, I don't believe in technology. I was like, bullshit. She's like, I don't even drive, I rode here on my bike. That's technology! At one time, the wheel was the new iPad. There was some caveman who came home and he's like, dude, check it out, I got the new wheel. And then another like douchey hipster caveman was like, I already got it in black. But being here in the cannabis industry, I got to hang out with a lot of fun people. I got to do a lot of stuff. It was a lot more fun before we went wreck. A lot more fun. Used to make a lot more money, and then now it's all hard. I don't like it. The OLCC, I guess you're cool because we can drink here, but fuck you. What the hell are you doing with cameras in every grow room? How am I supposed to christen that? Some people got that. That's how you make the flowers special. It is kind of fucked up though. Everything's hard now. Now we got testing. I fucking hate testing. Testing's the worst. It could change the price of your pound like crazy. I've never been that, like, I've been that nervous about an STD test. Like, it's so, it's terrifying. But you can buy good tests, you know the labs, you know who they are. You might as well buy it. There are some really hardcore labs out there. They're very serious about their testing. It's almost like they're Nazis when it comes to testing. Fuck them, I'm glad we got rid of them. can't tell you how... You guys really like that one. Hopefully they can hear you laughing all the way back in fucking Roseburg. I do love being in this industry. Working at the grow shops was one of my favorite because all the growers, mostly dudes, which is weird and I don't like it. But one of my favorite things about it is seeing men try and overcompensate by the size of their colas. Oh, how many pounds per light do you get? My colas are big. That's like a flower. I don't think you're supposed to do that with that. That's kind of gross. That's really cool. I loved it. I love it here. I mostly was up in the South Hills with all the South Hills feather and leather growers. Those people were interesting. This is basically a bunch of FESD kids who are like, I'll just grow in nowhere, it'll be cool. They had a lot, see, like I said, I'm not from here, so they have a lot of weird things that I don't understand, a lot of hardcore things, very organic, which that's cool, I appreciate that. I was headed over to one of their houses, and I was hungry, so I stopped and I got some McDonald's French fries. Holy shit, that was a bad idea. As soon as I walked in the door, she was like, you can't bring that in here! That's not organic. I was like, I'm so sorry. So I left the French fries outside, and we sat down at her couch, and she started doing an 8-ball of Coke. That's not organic either! But you've never lived until you've just seen a coked out hippie rail against capitalism. Man, screw corporations, they're so bad. Man, screw Walmart, they're evil. Pretty sure Mexican drug cartels are fucking evil. But you've never seen the Mexican drug cartels on A&E Gangland. Little did we know that the 65-year-old retired greeter at Walmart went by the street name Gallos de Morte, or Rooster Death for his early morning killings. Guys, are you ready for your next person? We're gonna have fun. One of the finest parts of the grow shop industry here. Oh, what? Huh? Shh. I'm talking. Never had somebody say so many nice things about me during the roast. Like, it's pretty easy. I thought you'd do better. Beard. I got carded last night buying a pack of cigarettes. I was like, what the fuck? I know I look like this. What, do they think it's some little rascals thing? Like 3 kids on each other's shoulders? A 4th kid just like holding on to another kid to make this happen right here? But then I looked at what I was buying. I was buying cigarettes, a Lunchable, and a Yoo-hoo, and I was like, alright, this makes sense. Guys, your next comedian coming to the stage